So let's look at our notebook, shall we? Okay, who's the Raven? Who's the murderer? Still no suspect in the Baroness's murder. I'll see if I can't get some useful information from the other passengers. I'm looking for clues that could lead us to the killer. Legrand gave me permission to search the Baroness's cabin. I think there's more than just feathers stuck in the vase, but my hand's too big to reach in. So I need to go find some sort of stick. I also need to get what's-his-face away. Alright. It's interesting that the music is back. The music wasn't here, like most of last episode. Weird. Alright, let's go downstairs and see if we can't talk to Legrand again. Know what I mean?
Come in.
Okay, day. Alright, what do we got? Can I examine his room now? No. Boo. Tranquilizer.
About the tranquilizer.
Do you know how you wound up with the glass?
Not yet.
Then you should stop wasting my time and get back to work.
Fine.
I
Feathers.
found feathers in the Baroness's cabin.
Really?
Yes, they were in a vase next to the door.
I hope this is leading up to some information that justifies this interruption.
Some of the feathers are singed.
Show me.
Okay.
Well, you may have something here.
I think that someone fired a shot through a pillow or something like that, and the muzzle flash scorched the down.
Yes, possible. Try to find the pillow and we'll take it from there.
Ah, okay.
I took a closer look at the blood spot from the Baroness's bed.
Yes, what's wrong with it?
It looks odd.
Odd?
I think it should be darker.
I understand. The iron in blood causes it to darken the longer it's exposed to the air.
Right. And
We don't have time to waste. Dr. Gebhardt examined the body thoroughly. He would have noticed if anything was wrong.
you trust
Sure.
Dr. Gebhardt completely.
I trust everyone as much as is advisable. There will be a complete autopsy in Cairo. Until then, the doctor is one of the few people on board who is not a suspect. You, him, the stowaway, Constable Oliver, and I all have alibis.
There are still enough suspects left.
Interesting.
I was able to make the traces of a note on the Baroness's notepad legible. She wrote that a murderer is on board and that she'll unmask him. She asks the recipient to meet her in the saloon at 10 p.m. If we can find the recipient.
I was the recipient.
Monsieur?
When I entered my cabin last night, I found a message on the floor. Someone must have slipped it under the door.
Why didn't you say anything about it?
I didn't know that I was obliged to.
We are partners.
Not really. You're helping me out until we reach Cairo, because you somehow managed to remain on board.
But
I'll choose when and with whom I share information. You can accept that and continue assisting me, or you can spend the rest of the journey on a deck chair thinking about missed opportunities.
I don't
and
like
none
you.
of this is by any chance related to the fact that the message doesn't suit your Raven theory. The Baroness knew the murderer from the past, and he was already a murderer when he boarded the ship. The Raven was always just a thief, not a murderer.
Careful, Constable. Are you accusing me of perverting the facts?
Yeah, a little bit,
course not, monsieur.
actually. Actually, I
Let's
am.
get back to work. Good day, Constable.
I'll be
Okay.
in touch if I uncover more clues.
Very well.
So I need to go talk to the captain. But where's the captain? Ugh, this is awful.
I'm not paying for this trip, and that's a fair price for my cabin. It's rather plain, shall we say.
Can I examine my cabin?
No, I've slept enough.
Aww. Alright, guess we'll just go back upstairs. Right.
The death of his mistress doesn't really bother Inch. He's only worried about his own future.
Interesting. Can we go back in this room, make sure we didn't miss anything? Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? And then we'll go back up and check the grading again, because I'm still...
Maybe something else.
Yeah. You can't reach it because you got fat arms. What was that? Oh, leave the cabin. No, not quite yet. Trash. Examine the blood spot. End tables. I need to play this tape, but it won't let me. Anyways, that's beside the point. Alright, we'll just leave, I suppose. If it'll let me. There we go. Alright, maybe the captain is in here. Ah, finally.
Captain DeConti is sitting at the bar again. He gave me the glass of champagne last night.
Oh, and Lady Westmacott. Alright.
Hello, Captain DeConti.
Hey, Constable Zelda. You're back on your feet again. Glad to see it.
What was your experience of last night?
Oh, terrible. Dinner was fantastic. Everyone was excited about having a pleasant drink under the stars. And then this.
You were in the saloon all night long.
As the captain, I have to care for my passengers. After you and the others rushed out, I tried to maintain a festive atmosphere. But when the alarm it goes off, I lose the battle.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
How was the Baroness?
Yeah.
She really surprised me. After she was so unapproachable at the reception and didn't show her face for the entire afternoon, I was afraid she was one of the beaux and bourgeoisie. But then she arrived in the early evening in the best of moods. Already had a few, if you know what I mean.
Did she say anything to you?
She asked me where Legrand's cabin was. I told her, then invited her to come for drinks in the evening. I said it would be great fun. The whole ship will be there, and you don't want to miss that, I told her.
And then?
She seemed to like the idea. She smiled, and then left again for a few minutes. Then she came back and seemed very happy. We drank a toast to life.
Interesting.
But at some point she didn't feel well anymore?
She overdid it a bit. She suddenly started to swoon and almost spilled her drink. I asked her if she wanted to rest for a moment in her cabin. At first, she didn't want to. She definitely wanted to stay in the saloon. But then she realized that she really did need to lie down. We left together. You know the rest of the story.
Alright. Let's go with the poison champagne last.
Is it possible to find out where the alarm was set off?
I'm afraid not. There are alarms all over the ship.
I saw that they're sealed. Can't we just check whether the seal is broken?
I'm afraid they're gonna be missing on a lot of alarms. You know, this is an old ship, and over the years...
So, you're saying that the alarms haven't been regularly maintained?
I'll inform the crew immediately, of course.
Of course.
Passengers.
What can you tell me about the passengers?
Oh, not that much, I'm afraid. I wanted to get to know them properly at the reception. In most cases, I just shook hands with them as they boarded the ship. There are a few regulars on board, and after dinner, I had a conversation with Mr. Kreutzer, a talented violinist, and Lady Westmacott. But you already know them from the train.
It seems like there aren't that many passengers on board.
These bloody airplanes are making our lives miserable. Can you imagine? Grown men prefer to jam themselves into a narrow metal coffins instead of enjoying the fresh sea air on a ship.
It's all about saving time.
It shouldn't be about how much time it takes to get from A to B, but about how you spend that time. What do you experience on the journey? That's what it's about.
Did everyone drink from the same bottle of champagne last night?
There was more than one bottle, if that's what you mean. There were quite a few guests, and the event lasted several hours.
The last bottle of champagne, the one the Baroness drank from, did anyone else drink from it?
Certainly.
We have reason to believe that the champagne was drugged.
Incredible. But wouldn't that have made everyone drowsy?
Not if it was only the Baroness's glass that was drugged.
I see. That's possible. On a night like that, many glasses are filled and emptied. There are several stewards, many guests. No one keeps track of every glass and every bottle.
A few drops in a glass?
Yes, it's certainly possible.
What about my glass,
The
though?
glass you handed me last night, where did you get it?
Ah, I understand. You think your glass was poisoned as well?
Did you pour it yourself?
No. I saw that you weren't doing so well and wanted to rescue the situation. I took the first available glass and I give it to you.
It was the
What
Baroness's
was on the
glass.
table?
No, I hurry over to you, together with Dr. Gebhardt, who, of course, he had the glass in his hand. He was looking around for a place to set it down, so that he could examine you. I took it from him.
And gave it to me.
I'd like to apologize for that, but you look so worse for the wear, and I just wanted to comfort you. I didn't think of looking for a new glass for you.
So the doctor had the drugged glass in his hand. I'll get back to my investigations
So
now.
someone was trying to drug the doctor, or... Yeah, no, that's the more likely of the two. I was gonna say, or the doctor's trying to drug someone, but I think the more likely, or maybe he had taken the glass from the Baroness, and it was already drugged, and then he was looking for somewhere to stash it or dump the liquid, right, the poison, but ended up giving it to Captain, who gave it to me.
Lady Westmacott
Oh,
seems
gosh.
to be an early bird.
This is so
Maybe
complicated.
that's just because of all the excitement. I saw a twinkle in her eye on the train. She's eager to be part of a real detective story.
Wait, so is everybody from the train here as well? Everybody is on their way to Cairo? Because if she's here, then the boy and his mother must
Lady
be here.
Westmacott, already on your... Oh,
Constable, don't you think before you speak?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No time for chit-chat. What have you found out?
We're still working on the case. Actually, I have a couple of questions for you.
Please, go ahead.
What did you think of our adventure on the train? An extraordinary story, isn't it?
I'm glad that you were able to prove yourself, Mr. Zellner.
Hopefully not for the last time.
I'm glad that everything ended well. I want to thank you sincerely for taking care of Matthew.
Uh-huh.
I can't bear to think about something happening to him.
It all worked out in the end. Do you think that the thief from the train and the murderer are the same person?
I think the new Raven is capable of anything.
Legrand believes there is no new Raven. He thinks that the old one has returned.
He said that.
Do you think it's possible? Everyone thinks he's dead.
As a dramatist, the return of the Raven would certainly be delightful. A legend comes back from the grave for one last job. It's quite romantic. At the same time, though, I'd be disappointed.
Why is that?
I followed the Raven's career closely. There weren't many burglars with such character and charm. His burglaries were clever and entertaining, but he was sloppy in London. He almost got caught, and I'll never forgive him for the affair on the train. No, I would much rather that the Raven stayed dead and had nothing to do with the burglary or the murder.
I see.
What do you think? Who is our suspect?
Everyone, or almost everyone. Everyone on board is physically capable of shooting someone, but who has the dark desire to take the life of a defenseless person?
One cannot read minds.
And one should not try. You have to collect evidence, traces, clues. That's what will lead us to the killer. It won't be like a bad crime novel, in which they introduce a new character shortly before the end who, surprise, surprise, is also the murderer.
Murderers leave evidence.
This is
They're
true.
nervous or unnaturally relaxed. They have to adjust constantly.
And because of that, they make mistakes. This is your chance, Constable. If you find the mistake, you'll find your murderer.
Right, but what is the mistake?
Have you noticed anything related to the murder?
Unfortunately not. I was already in my cabin and missed all the commotion. Damnable old age.
You're telling me.
Oh, you're still young. At my age, you have to expect that you won't experience much anymore. And although I've written about murder so many times, I've never actually witnessed one. How exciting.
I doubt everyone is so relaxed in such a situation.
Heartless is the word you're searching for, right, Constable? I certainly didn't want the Baroness to be murdered, but if I can't undo it, then I might as well enjoy it.
That's a really dark attitude, but oh my gosh, I just had a crazy realization. Okay. They keep saying it could be a dude or a chick, right? What if it's Matthew's mother? Or, even better, what if it's this old lady and she's not really a crippled and she writes all these murder mysteries and now she was the Raven, but now she's back and then she really wants to be part of a murder, like a real murder, because she never murdered anyone before, right? And so now she's killing people off just for the hexes. Because it has to be someone from the train, right? It has to be someone we know already. And I doubt it's the kid down in the cargo hold. I really want to say it's Matthew's mother. What's her face? Besides, where is she? Where's she at?
What do you think of Inspector Legrand?
He seems to be as skilled as everyone says. Intelligent, focused. I had a chat with him yesterday, and he impressed me, but there's something haunted in his eyes.
I don't think he ever really stopped hunting the Raven.
Catching the Raven made him famous. What if he actually shot the wrong person? Unjustified fame bothers people, the good ones at least.
And you think he's one of the good ones?
Anyone who tries so hard to tear down his own memorial must be honorable. Or insane.
I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Interesting. Alright, there's nothing else really in here unless we can talk to him again.
I'm sure Captain DeConti wouldn't mind a chat, but I don't think...
Yeah, okay, let's go outside. And from there... hopefully... Nope. I just want to talk to this violinist. Go side deck. Alright, let's go upstairs. And then we'll go down there. And hopefully the kid will be down there. Matthew. But for real, this grading... Can't talk to them, we can't take the axe. It's all such a shame.
The bottle should be full of water. No way to... Small, even stones.
Can talk to him again. You can go away
He
now.
won't let me talk. He respects Legrand. If I want to get into the car... I have to talk to the... If I want to get into... And could the second missing bullet from the murder weapon be
Yeah.
stuck down there in one of the wooden crates?
Yes, obviously it is. But how do I get him to go away? Something just pop up? Did you see it? Did you see it? No? Ah. Use this. Only the water bottle and the door. Dude. Ugh. Lame. Alright, hold up. Grand trap, violent. Okay, let's just start at the beginning. Go down. Unconsciousness. Clues and evidence. Return of the Raven. Armed. Land imposed. I did it. I stood up and told the captain right to his face that I want the assignment. I was too shocked to say no. Inspector Nicholas Legrand here with us in Switzerland. Yep, demonstration. Nicholas Legrand. Lady Westmacott says that Legrand has a driven look, and I noticed it as well. This hunt for the Raven is not a job for him, it's something more. This trap. This violinist. That would explain why they didn't toss the Luger into the sea. Wait. Claims he was drunk last night and no longer recalls what transpired. The murder weapon belongs to him, the Luger. Oh, yeah. The professor. Inspector family was killed in the war. The boy couldn't control himself and slipped onto the train, but I can't. Robert Oliver, the shadow on the train. The Baroness is dead now, and Legrand was to ask himself if he's to blame. The stowaway. The murderer, was he meant to distract us? Obviously he was. She was quite unsteady and seemed very drowsy. Huh. I took special note of the blood on the Baroness's place. Something's not red. It's so red. After so many hours it's supposed to get, it should be browner. If I take a sample of the blood, I can examine it in more detail. Yeah, I know that. Oh, I'm using points. Oh well. The gunshot I heard in the cargo hold is connected to the murder. I already knew that too. Just search the camera thoroughly for clues. I already knew that too. Ah! The question is, how do I get a sample of the blood? How does one go about obtaining a blood sample? Oh, could I go wake up? Wait, can I talk to him again? No. Okay, let's go see if we can't wake up what's his
Dr.
face.
Gebhardt locked. Something tells me. Dr. Geb.
But I want to. Really need to get in there, and I also really need to distract what's his face. But I can't do anything right now. It seems like the only thing I can do is talk to him.
Constable?
About the tranquilizer.
Who gave you the glass of champagne?
It was Captain DeConti.
You're sure?
He doesn't deny it, but he also says that the glasses passed through many hands that night and that everyone had access to the champagne.
So it could have been anyone.
Maybe the question isn't who put the poison in the glass, but rather who it was they wanted to poison.
Smart. And who were they trying to poison?
Dr. Gebhardt? The captain got the glass from him.
An unconscious ship's doctor. That sounds like it would be more use to a murderer than a drugged constable.
You think so? Did the murderer have reason to assume that his shot might not kill the victim immediately and that Dr. Gebhardt would be able to save her?
You're right. That's improbable. My ego is just searching for reasons for them to want to kill her, and not me. Good job, Zelda.
I'll be in touch if I uncover more clues.
Very well.
Give me something to take a blood sample with. Gah, why? Why can I not do that?
I better not...
Ugh. Alright. What do I do with the stones? What do I do with the audio tape reel? Can I give it to you?
Captain DeConti is...
Is that violinist out here now? Someone else has got to appear, right? I gotta be able to talk to someone. No. Ugh. Okay, let's go back into the ladies' room and see if we can't play this tape. Know what I mean? Because she's the only one with a tape recorder. It's gotta say something. We don't just have it for no reason. No, don't freaking examine the blood spot. Ugh.
I don't care what Legrand and Dr. Gebhardt say. The blood's... Maybe I'll get...
How do I take a freaking blood... Ugh. Audio tape. Tell me what it says. I don't understand. Also, I don't understand.
Maybe something else.
No, I didn't want to click. Oh, this is so
I
stupid.
don't care.
Okay. Can we use this with the vase? Lower the tape down as a rope or something? Like, I don't know. I'm stretching here, guys. I'm stretching. Can we get a hint? There's nothing. Lock and chain.
The door frame was damaged when Dr. Gebhardt kicked it in. The real question is, why was the door locked in the first place? Assuming the murderer isn't a magician, and the Baroness locked the door herself before she went to bed, the murderer couldn't have left the cabin through the door. So, the murderer must have still been in here when Dr. Gebhardt kicked the door in. Which is unlikely because someone would have seen him. Or he found another way out of the cabin.
Through the freaking porthole. Or not the porthole, the vent. So dumb. Wasn't there another thing there? Why can't I click on that one? Oh, is it just leave the cabin? Is that what it's saying? Ugh. There has to be more. But where? And what? I'm still convinced there's something up here. There has to be something up here.
There's
Search the
dirt piled
corner.
up in the corner. Down below where the passengers are, the ship is pretty clean. But the crew doesn't seem to care as much up here.
But that's it. Can I throw stones overboard? No, can I throw them in here? I need to use this axe to bust this open and find out what the heck is going on. So I need to learn how to play that tape. Ugh.
That's how Stowaway knocked me out. Whatever his story is, he's not a thief. Nothing's missing from my wallet. The Sibling brand reel from the Baroness's cabin. The tape that came on it and the reel that belongs to the player are both gone.
Okay, but what does this reel say? Ugh,
Small, even stone.
I'm
I
so
wonder what
upset.
information
I'm
Legrand
so
is keeping
upset.
from me. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was hiding something.
What? But you do know better, and that's why you know that he is hiding something. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This is the last place. There's literally nothing anywhere. I don't understand. Stones. Message. Audio tape. Use those with that. No. Use that with that. No. Use that with that. No. Put those in my wallet. Put that in my wallet. Oh my goodness. Can I
Guess
pay?
our Stowaway knocked me.
Can I pay
I guess
him? No. Can I talk to him again?
he won't let.
Ugh.